Welcome back to the MULTIVERSE Podcast, with a journey through time and space to uncover the mysteries of the universe. Today we have the privilege of speaking with the great Galileo, visionary scientist and astronomer whose discoveries revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos. Galileo, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here on the great multiverse.
Your groundbreaking observations and experiments have left an incredible mark on the scientific world. Could you take us back to the moment you first turned your telescope to the heavens, and what inspired you to embark on this journey of discovery?
Yes, the telescope. A marvelous invention that allowed me to peer into the depths of the night sky like never before. It was in the early 17th century when I first turned my gaze upward. My curiosity was sparked by the works of Copernicus and the notion of a heliocentric solar system. I wanted to see for myself if these theories held true, and what a sight it was. Through my telescope, I observed the faces of Venus, the moons of Jupiter, and the craters of the moon. These observations shattered the belief in an Earth-centered universe and provided evidence in support of the heliocentric model.
Yes, your discoveries challenged everything going on at that time. How did society react to your revolutionary ideas, and what challenges did you face?
The reaction was a mix of wonder, fascination, and skepticism. Some embraced my discoveries and saw them as a testament to human progress and our ability to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos. However, there were also those who vehemently opposed my ideas, seeing them as a threat to established beliefs. I faced significant challenges and opposition which placed my works on the index of forbidden books. I was even summoned before the Inquisition and faced accusations of heresy. It was a tumultuous time, but I remained steadfast in my pursuit of truth and continued to defend my findings.
Your contributions extend beyond astronomy, as you were also an innovator in the fields of physics. Could you tell us about your experiments in the laws of motion?
My experiments with falling objects laid the foundation for our understanding of gravity and the laws of motion. I conducted controlled experiments, rolling spheres down inclined planes and measuring their velocities. Through meticulous observations and mathematical analysis, I formulated the laws of falling bodies and concluded that all objects, regardless of their mass, fall at the same rate in the absence of air resistance. These experiments laid the groundwork for Sir Isaac Newton for his later work on universal gravitation. They represented a paradigm shift in our understanding of the physical world and paved the way for modern physics.
Galileo, let's talk about speed and velocity. In your groundbreaking work in this area, what were the techniques and tools that you used to get this done?
Yes, speed and velocity was a central aspect of my scientific investigations. I conducted meticulous experiments to understand the motion of objects and developed innovative techniques to measure and quantify their speed. One of the key tools I utilized was the inclined plane. By rolling balls down various inclines, I could manipulate the angle and observe how it affected the speed of the rolling objects. This allowed me to examine the relationship between the angle of the incline and the velocity of the objects in a controlled environment. To measure the speed, I employed an ingenious device known as the water clock. This instrument allowed me to accurately measure the time it took for an object to travel a certain distance. By dividing the distance by the time, I could determine the object's velocity. I also utilized the concept of the pendulum to study the relationship between time and motion. By observing the swinging motion of pendulums of different lengths and weights, I made remarkable discoveries about the regularity and uniformity of their oscillations. This knowledge served as a foundation for the development of precise timekeeping devices, such as pendulum clocks. My investigations into speed and velocity were deeply intertwined with my understanding of gravity. I recognized that the acceleration of objects due to gravity influenced their speed and trajectory. Through careful observations and mathematical calculations, I formulated the laws of falling bodies, which later formed the basis for Newton's laws of motion. It is important to note that my work was not limited to theoretical calculations. I emphasized the importance of experimental evidence, as I believed that the true nature of the physical world could only be revealed through rigorous observation and measurement. By combining my experiments with inclined planes, water clocks, and pendulums, I was able to unlock profound insight into the nature of motion and velocity. My methods paved the way for future scientific advancements, laying the groundwork for the development of modern physics.
Well, what about gravity and freefall?
The study of gravity and free fall was a fundamental part of my scientific journey. I conducted extensive experiments and developed innovative methods to unravel the mysteries of these phenomena. To explore the nature of gravity, I began by examining the motion of falling objects. I recognized that all objects, regardless of their mass, fall at the same rate in the absence of air resistance. This realization challenged the prevailing Aristotelian notion that heavier objects fall faster than lighter ones. One of the tools I used was the inclined plane. By rolling objects down carefully measured slopes, I could observe their motion in a controlled environment. This allowed me to isolate the effects of gravity and better understand the relationship between time and distance traveled during free fall. To measure time accurately, I employed the water clock once again. This device enabled me to precisely measure the time it took for objects to fall specific distances. By carefully analyzing these measurements, I confirmed that the distance fallen is proportional to the square of the time elapsed. I also devised a clever technique using the concept of the thought experiment. By imagining scenarios in which objects were dropped from tall heights or released from different positions, I could deduce the underlying principles governing free fall. These mental exercises helped me develop a deeper understanding of gravity's influence on falling bodies. Additionally, I refined the use of the telescope to observe celestial bodies. By observing the moons of Jupiter, I noticed irregularities in their motion that provide further evidence of the existence of a gravitational force. These observations supported the heliocentric model proposed by Copernicus, which I championed and defended throughout my life. Through my meticulous experiments, observations, and calculations, I formulated a law of free fall, which states that all objects near the surface of the Earth experience the same acceleration due to gravity. This groundbreaking discovery laid the foundation for Newton's theory of universal gravitation. My approach to studying gravity involved a combination of empirical observation, mathematical analysis, and logical reasoning. By channeling long-held beliefs and utilizing novel tools, I was able to avail the true nature of gravity and free fall.
I have to ask you about everything. It's just all so intriguing. The principle of relativity. Can you please elaborate on this concept?
The principle of relativity was a profound insight that shaped my understanding of motion and perception. It fundamentally challenges our intuitive notions of absolute space and time. I postulated that the laws of physics should remain the same for all observers in uniform motion, regardless of their relative velocities. This means that the fundamental principles governing motion and mechanics should be consistent and independent of an observer's frame of reference. To illustrate this concept, Let's consider a simple thought experiment. Imagine you are on a ship sailing smoothly on a sea. If you perform experiments within the ship, such as dropping objects or observing their motion, you will find that the laws of motion hold true for you and the objects within your immediate surroundings. Now, imagine there is another observer on a stationary shore watching our ship sail by. From their perspective, they might observe the same experiments and find that the laws of motion still hold true within the ship. This is because both you and the observer on the shore are in a state of uniform motion with respect to each other. This principle challenges the prevailing Aristotelian view, which asserted that the behavior of objects depended on their absolute position in space. I propose that the laws of physics should be the same for all observers in uniform motion, regardless of their location or velocity. The principle of relativity also laid the groundwork for future developments in physics, most notably in the work of Albert Einstein. His theory of special relativity further expanded upon the idea, introducing the concept of the speed of light as an invariant quantity that remains constant for all observers, regardless of their relative motion. It is important to note that the principle of relativity does not imply that all physical quantities are relative. Rather, it suggests that the fundamental laws of nature should exhibit the same behavior when observed from different inertial frames of reference. My exploration of the principle of relativity was an essential step toward a more comprehensive understanding of the universe and the interplay between motion and perception. It challenged long-held beliefs and paved the way for future breakthroughs in the field of physics.
Well, let's go back to the telescope. Such a remarkable invention. I just don't know where we'll be without it. Can you please speak on the significance of the telescope in the realm of scientific exploration?
Certainly, the telescope revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos and opened up new frontiers in astronomical observation. The telescope is an optical instrument consisting of lenses or mirrors that gather and focus light, allowing us to see objects that are far away or too small to be observed with the naked eye. By employing this instrument, I was able to peer into the depths of the universe and unlock its secrets. Initially, I built a telescope with low magnification, which enabled me to observe distant objects with greater clarity, and what I saw astounded me. Through the lens, I discovered the craters and mountains on the moon, the phases of Venus, the moons of Jupiter, and the rings of Saturn. These observations challenged the prevailing geocentric model of the universe and supported the heliocentric model proposed by Copernicus as they refined the design of the telescope, increasing its magnification power. I could explore even more celestial wonders. I observed the Milky Way, countless stars that were previously invisible to the naked eye, and various nebulae. These observations expanded our understanding of the vastness and complexity of the universe. The importance of the telescope lies not only in the discoveries it facilitated, but also in the scientific method it exemplified. It enabled me to gather empirical evidence and make precise observations, which form the foundation of my astronomical conclusions. I meticulously documented my observations, recording the details of what I saw and drawing accurate representations of celestial bodies. Furthermore, the telescope provided a powerful tool for advancing the field of astronomy. It allowed subsequent generations of scientists to explore the heavens in even greater detail, leading to the discovery of new celestial objects, the understanding of planetary motion, the unraveling of the mysteries of the cosmos. The significance of the telescope extended beyond astronomy. Its invention and use inspired a new era of scientific inquiry and observation. It fostered a spirit of exploration and discovered well advanced and various fields of science. By peering through the telescope, humanity gained new aspect of our place in the universe. We realized that we are not isolated, but rather part of a vast cosmic tapestry. The countless celestial bodies and phenomena awaiting our exploration.
Wow, Galileo, your invention of the telescope and your pioneering observations have forever transformed our understanding of the cosmos.
Absolutely. Your ability to see beyond the limitations of the naked eye and peer into the depths of space has opened up new frontiers of exploration. The telescope is undoubtedly one of the most significant instruments in the history of scientific discovery.
Galileo, can you tell us about your upbringing and some of the people and the events that inspired you in your groundbreaking scientific work? What about your early life?
Sure, I was born in Pisa, Italy, in 1564, into a family that valued education and intellectual pursuits. My father, Vincenzo Galilei, was a renowned musician and composer who exposed me to the arts, music, and mathematics from a young age. His mathematical inclinations and interest in the natural world certainly had an impact on my early interests. As a young boy, I was exposed to the vibrant intellectual atmosphere of Renaissance Italy. The ideas of great thinkers like Copernicus and Kepler were circulating, challenging the traditional Aristotelian worldview. These revolutionary concepts fascinated me and sparked a desire within me to delve deeper into the mysteries of the natural world. At the age of 17, I enrolled at the University of Pisa to study medicine, as my father hoped I would follow in his footsteps. However, I found myself drawn more to the study of mathematics and natural philosophy. It was during this time that I encountered the works of Archimedes, Euclid, and other ancient thinkers, which further ignited my passion for scientific exploration. One of the pivotal moments in my life was witnessing the swinging of a chandelier in the Cathedral of Pisa. This event led me to investigate the principles of pendulum motion and laid the foundation for my later studies on the laws of motion. It was through these investigations that I developed a keen interest in experimental physics. After completing my studies, I began teaching at the University of Pisa, where I further honed my observational and experimental skills. However, it was during my time as a professor at the University of Padua that I truly began to make significant scientific breakthroughs. Inspired by the work of my predecessors, such as Copernicus and Kepler, I started questioning the geocentric model of the universe. I conducted numerous experiments, carefully observing the motion of celestial bodies and scrutinizing the astronomical data available at the time. My studies of falling bodies, the motion of projectiles, and the behavior of objects in motion paved the way for my revolutionary work on the laws of motion. Through meticulous observation and experimentation, I developed mathematical formulas that accurately describe the behavior of these physical phenomena. The pursuit of knowledge and the desire to challenge established dogmas were the driving forces behind my work. I was deeply inspired by the scientific pioneers who came before me, as well as the vibrant intellectual atmosphere of the Renaissance. These influences fueled my determination to question the prevailing beliefs and uncover the truths of the natural world.
Fascinating. We are eager to hear your thoughts on the concepts of space and time, as well as your perspective on the modern advancements such as the James Webb Telescope. Could you enlighten us with your insights on these particular topics and understanding how today compares with the knowledge of your time?
Space and time are fundamental elements that have captivated the minds of scientists and philosophers throughout history. In my studies, I looked into the nature of space and time, seeking to understand their intrinsic properties and our relationship to the physical world. These observations reveal the dynamic and ever-evolving cosmos, expanding our understanding of space. Regarding time, I recognized its significance in the measurement of motion and change. Time acts as a constant companion, governing the rhythm of celestial bodies and the passing of moments. I contemplated the nature of time and its relation to motion, seeking to discern its fundamental essence. Now, fast forward to the present day, where remarkable advancements in technology have revolutionized our understanding of the universe. The James Webb Space Telescope, for instance, promises to unveil even more profound insight into the cosmos. It is a marvel of engineering and scientific ingenuity, equipped with cutting-edge instruments that surpass the capabilities of any telescope during my time. With its enhanced sensitivity, the James Webb Space Telescope will peer deep into space, revealing the birth of stars, the formation of galaxies, and perhaps even glimpses of distant exoplanets. It holds the potential to unravel further mysteries of the universe, expanding our knowledge of space and time. The advancements in modern science, combined with the James Webb Space Telescope, allow us to explore the cosmos in unprecedented detail. We can now detect cosmic microwave background radiation, study gravitational waves, and probe the depths of space, revealing the intricate tapestry of our universe. Comparing the knowledge of my time to the present, it is inspiring to witness the leaps and bounds humanity has made in unraveling the mysteries of space and time. Our understanding has been refined through centuries of observation, experimentation, and technological innovation.
Profound insights into space and time highlight the timeless quest for understanding the fundamental fabric of our universe. The advancements of technology epitomized by the James Webb Telescope provide us with the opportunity to explore the cosmos and expand our knowledge beyond the limits of our predecessors.
It's amazing how our understanding of space and time has evolved, thanks to the relentless pursuit of knowledge and the remarkable technology advancements of our time.
Yes, and that concludes our fascinating conversation with the brilliant mind of Galileo. Galileo, we are immensely grateful for your time and depth of knowledge you have shared with us today. Your groundbreaking discoveries and unwavering commitment to the pursuit of truth.
Agreed, Galileo. Your unwavering spirit and curiosity has inspired generations of scientists and thinkers. You challenged the status quo and embraced the wonders of the universe, and that has forever changed the understanding of the cosmos.
Thank you, Thoth and King Tut, for the opportunity to share my insights and experiences. It has been an honor to be a part of the Multiverse Podcast and to contribute to the exploration of knowledge across the dimensions. I encourage all listeners to continue seeking truth and embracing the wonders of the universe.
Well, before we leave, Galileo, is there any message you would like to leave the listeners with?
Well, yes, I would like to remind everyone to cultivate a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world around us. The universe is a vast and mysterious place, full of endless possibilities. Embrace the spirit of exploration, question the established norms, and never be afraid to challenge the boundaries of knowledge.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom and insights with us today. Your contributions to science and humanity will forever be remembered. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this incredible voyage through the multiverse.